All right, we are live. Come on in the room if you are. Look at me watching a replay. Let me know if you watching a replay if you are live. Hi there, I'm Dr. Laquita J. How you doing? You all right? And if you do not know, I am a Naplex success strategist. I help pharmacists pass a Naplex in 6 months or less by shifting their mindset, strategizing their plan, so effectively for the Naplex exam. And I won't be on here long. I'll be very, very short. I just got done. It's been a long day. Tuesdays are my long day, anyways. Um, and I just got off the coaching call with my clients in the Naplex Play cohort. And I want to talk about a little about something that was kind of brought up tonight because that's one of the benefits of that having a coach and helping someone is that we do real time shifts in study methods because some things we have to figure out. It takes us a little bit of time to figure out what works best for the client. And by doing that, we allow to see that. So I want to talk about something that definitely came up tonight. And and this may be for you. I was like, this is for you. And if you do not know, let me make sure if you do not know that on Thursday this week, we will have a webinar, and it's going to be the from fourth Naplex attempt to register pharmacy 6 months, and it'll be a case study with our client RS and about how we was able to help her go from she came us on her third attempt from being a fourth attempt Naplex, well, third attempt Naplex test taker to a registered pharmacist in 6 months. And it'll be a live event. There'll be no recording. You have to attend live. So sorry if you can't make it. I'm sorry, but truth be told, that's what's happening. So with that being said, I do want to talk about something that came up tonight, and that um, being overwhelmed and overworked and being unprepared is really truly a correlation to your Naplex results. So let's start by a little just a little something. Let's just say if I'm at your row and you sit at a desk, right? Surrounded by mountains of Naplex prep books. You got flashcards over here, your practice exam over here, your prep book over there, right? You have your laptop open. It got about 10, 12 tabs open. You have your prep book videos. This person, you may have this Netflix company's videos, this Netflix company's questions. Then you got a YouTube review session because it's something a little small detail I don't know. And then you also got another tab open because it's of course it's Google. If I'm speaking to you, let me know if it's look say speaking. It's me in the comments. You have that you don't understand. Yeah, all these things open where you don't understand, and you've been studying for hours, days, maybe even months, and yet doing all these things, having this company's videos, this company questions, this YouTube video, this tab open on this Google topic, all those things, you just don't feel ready. If I'm speaking to you, say it's me in the comments. And if I'm watching a replay, it's me in the comments. Does this really sound familiar? This is what I call, and this is one of the things that came up tonight, is that I call information paralysis. When you have access to so many study resources and you end up learning nothing effectively. Oftentimes, first attempt study takers as well as multiple attempt Netflix takers, they often believe that the more they study, and if you watch last night's live, the more you study, they feel like they'll become more confident, they'll feel more confident, but that's not necessarily the thing. You think that the answer lies in gathering more materials, another book, another video, another test bank. But instead of boosting your confidence, This approach really creates anxiety. It creates confusion. It creates doubt. You feel like you're doing everything you can do, but when you take a practice exam, the score doesn't reflect it. Your effort, all those things you've been doing, your score doesn't reflect that effort. You begin to second guess yourself on every question. Now you go back and reread the chapters, but you still forget the details. You ask yourself, how can I be studying this much and still not get it right? That's the problem. That's the problem. And it's not your fault that that's the problem. And here, let me break it down why. Because the more resources that you're doing, and I want to really free you tonight, the more resources does not equate to more confidence. It does not equate to more confidence. RS, the young lady who would break down her, in the case to break down her process, she felt the Naplex 3 times. She was dedicated. She was driven, but she was stuck in the same cycle. Every attempt, she added more study materials, thinking this would finally be the key. But with every additional resource, her confidence sank even lower. She was exhausted. She was frustrated and on the verge of giving up on her career. She told me, I can't keep doing this. I spend X amount of hours, 10, 12 hours a day studying, and I still don't feel like I'm knowing nothing. Her experience is not unique. In fact, it's more common than ever. That information overload, it impairs the learning, the memory retention. It's when our brains get bombarded with too much information, we struggle to process it and retain it, even like retain it effectively. When you're jumping from book to book, video to video, you're not giving your brain time to properly absorb and connect with the information. And worse, this approach leads to the burnout. You might think you're being productive, but you're actually wearing yourself out without making real progress. The burnout leads to the decreased focus, leads to the slower recall, leads to the poor exam performance. All these things in common. So can I free you and tell you, you don't need to add on any more resource. Hone in on one resource. And oftentimes I get the question of which company is better. Honestly, everybody got a flaw, because if everybody got a flaw, and it's everybody got a flaw because everybody study and learns different. It's just like when you go on a bread aisle. You got wheat bread, the white bread, gluten free, one with the grains inside, one honey oat, honey wheat. It's different. It's whatever the person wants to prep is your preference according to your learning style. Everybody got holes. Nobody's better than the other. The thing is, you're trying to you have too many resources that's causing you to not feel confident. Those too many resources, that's really the problem. It's too much. All those resources. That's what's causing the problem for you. But the solution is to really simplify your approach. That was one of the key things we did with RS. And that's one of the things we currently doing right now with the participants, with the pharmacists inside of the January cohort of Naplex Play right now. We're helping them simplifying their study plan. We're just stripping away all that extra noise, that collecting, no more collecting from every book under the sun. No more spending time hours of watching random videos. Instead, we focus on high yield impact resources. And we create a structured study plan built around high yield topics. We identify those areas that has the greatest impact on the Naplex, like answering question without looking at your notes, active recall. Instead of passively watching videos, start practicing recall techniques like answering questions without, again, looking at the notes. You space things out. You space repetition. We create our own formula for this. Value revisit each topic regularly. Then, of course, it help you with the critical thinking, clinical thinking aspect of it. Because when you start to feel unsure about a topic, you have to understand the system. We have created a system to help you to decide whether to review it or briefly move on. So there we can get out the second guessing of it all. This is what we do. And on Thursday, I'm gonna really show you how to break this down. Because that's one of the things we did with RS. We cut her study time down. And even with the clients now, giving them options to saying, hey, how you cut your study time down and how you really have focused time to study. Because you retain more information, you feel less anxious. You finally pass the Naplex because all the fluff is out of it. And this is true the power of the Naplex play approach. Inside my coaching program, I really teach pharmacists how to build efficient study habits that maximize retention and minimize burnout. You don't need all those resources. You just need the right strategy. If I've said anything, again, like I said, it's going to be a brief video tonight, but I want to free you with that information paralysis because I feel you may be stuck in it. And it's time to change that approach. You really deserve to study with clarity and confidence, not stress and confusion. This case study is a free event. It breaks down exactly how RS went from failing 3 times to passing her Naplex. It outlines the exact steps she took to simplify her studying and finally succeed. Join us. Join us. Register at laquitajohnson.com/case study. Don't let this information overload you. Don't let this hold you back. Become the pharmacist you are really meant to be. Practice as the pharmacist you are meant to be. It's free. There's no right or wrong. It's free. It's free. All you gotta do is click and join. If you're at work, use your AirPods. Put your earbuds in. I understand everybody can make it, but you got access to hear the right information in the right room. Okay? Don't get caught in trying to learn all those things. The one reason why you're overwhelmed because you got too many study habits. You got too much. Too much. Too many study habits. Keep going. You're studying this, you're studying this. Pick one. Just pick one. And the key to whatever company you decide to go with, it all depends on what do you need. Because for RS, she didn't need another quiz bank. She didn't need another prep book. She didn't watch no videos. She needed truly help on someone coming in and out saying, hey, boosting your confidence, shifting your mindset, strategizing your study plan, and help you to study effectively for the Naplex exam. That's what we do. We strategize a study plan. We strategize to where we get to this is the perfect fit and we find a solution. This works for you. This is what we do. And accountability piece, oh my God. Hold you accountable of things you need to do. Things to say, making sure you're on task. That's the key thing to do. So join. Sign up for the case study. You won't regret it. But until next time, remember that pharmacy is on limit if you are. I want y'all to go be great. I want to see you in the case study. And I will see y'all on another time. All right. Have a good night. Talk to you guys later.